Welcome to Psych Insight, the channel where we dissect the world, history, art, and literature through the lens of psychology. Our purpose is to illuminate the hidden psychological patterns that shape our lives, our societies, and our cultures. If you like our content, please like, subscribe, and share this video. In today's episode, we dive deep into the world of power dynamics, examining the intriguing concept of dependency. We'll explore how this seemingly simple concept can shape relationships, influence decisions, and even dictate societal norms. We'll look at how it can be both a weapon and a shield, a means of control and a source of strength. We'll delve into the power of dependency, the pitfalls of unhealthy reliance, the ethical and psychological concerns, and the societal implications. We'll explore how this double-edged sword can both empower and enslave, liberate and confine. The 11th law of power, according to Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power, states, "Learn to keep people dependent on you." This intriguing principle, at its core, suggests that creating a sense of reliance can enhance and amplify one's influence and domination. It's an engaging notion drawing deep from the well of fundamental psychology, the positive interpretations and applications when viewed through a different lens, creating value and establishing trust. A positive aspect of this law can be the emphasis on becoming a valuable and irreplaceable asset in personal and professional relationships. By developing unique skills, knowledge, or resources, an individual can foster healthy dependency, where others rely on them for their expertise and contributions. This can lead to mutual respect and trust, as long as the power dynamic remains balanced and the dependency is not exploited. Building interdependence. Rather than fostering unhealthy dependency, this law can be interpreted as encouraging interdependence, a key component of successful teamwork and partnerships. Interdependence involves a mutual reliance where each party brings value and supports each other, leading to stronger and more effective collaboration. In this sense, the law encourages individuals to be essential members of a group or community, contributing to collective success. Empowerment through support. By being someone others can depend on, an individual can play a crucial role in empowering and supporting others, especially in times of need. For example, in leadership, creating a sense of dependency can be about providing guidance, mentorship, and support that empowers team members to grow and succeed. This approach builds a foundation of loyalty and trust, with the power dynamic being used to uplift and develop others rather than control them. Enhancing stability and security. In certain contexts, creating dependency can be positive if it leads to increased stability and security. For instance, in a business setting, ensuring that a company relies on your skills or services can lead to job security and a stable work environment. Similarly, in personal relationships, being a reliable and dependable partner or friend can strengthen the bond and provide a sense of security and trust. Encouraging growth and development. Finally, this law can be applied positively by focusing on the growth and development of others. By becoming a person on whom others can depend, one can take on a role of mentorship or leadership that encourages and facilitates the personal and professional development of others. This can create a nurturing environment where dependency is based on growth, learning, and mutual support. While Law 11 of the 48 Laws of Power can be viewed negatively due to its potential for manipulation and control, it can also be seen in a positive light when the focus is on building value, fostering interdependence, empowering others, enhancing stability, and encouraging growth and development. Now let's look at how this law can be misused, abused, and why Law number 11 is a double-edged sword in general, from personal relationships to societal toxic hierarchies. Visualize the innate human yearning for connection, the insatiable desire for safety and protection. This dependency creates an atmosphere of allegiance and acquiescence, which in turn is fueled by feelings of insecurity, vulnerability, and a sense of being out of control. These feelings can cause an increase in anxiety and create a desperate need for constancy, predictability. In such situations, a person wielding power can exploit these emotional states, positioning themselves as an indispensable source of solace, aid, or counsel. They can create an environment that keeps individuals within their sphere of influence, using their vulnerabilities as levers to control their actions and decisions. This can create a dynamic of power and subservience that reinforces the dominant position of the person in power. The dynamics of power can be likened to a chess game, where each move is carefully calculated to maintain control and dominance. It's a delicate balance, one that requires finesse and strategy. But when successfully navigated, the results can be testament to the efficacy of this law of power. This is the essence of power dynamics. The play between dependency and control, vulnerability and strength, fear and security. A person in power can capitalize on these emotions, presenting themselves as an irreplaceable source of support, resources, or guidance. However, power is a fickle friend. It's a shifting, complex entity, difficult to contain and even harder to control. This mercurial quality makes it challenging to handle, often leading to unhealthy power imbalances. We've all seen it, experienced it, or heard of it. A situation where one person or entity holds too much control or influence over another. Such a power dynamic can give rise to darker emotions, resentment, helplessness, and a stifling sense of entrapment. From a standpoint, this kind of excessive dependency can be extremely detrimental. It doesn't just affect the power dynamic within the relationship. It eats away at the individual's sense of self-worth and personal autonomy. It stunts personal growth, leaves no room for free will, and can prevent a person from reaching their full potential. It turns the relationship into a dysfunctional one, permeated by the unhealthy and unbalanced exchange of power. The backlash that follows is almost inevitable, like a storm after a stiflingly hot day. Dependency, used as a tool for maintaining power, isn't just risky. It's a delicate, precarious balance teetering on the edge of collapse. And when it falls hard. If the dependent individual becomes aware of their situation, if they start perceiving it as manipulative or exploitative, they just might reach their breaking point. They may seek to break free, to liberate themselves from the suffocating constraints of the relationship. This rebellion could lead to a loss of power for the person who initially sought to create the dependency. As we delve deeper into the contentious subject matter of Law 11, we stumble upon ethical dilemmas that ignite thoughtful debates. The crux of the matter lies in deliberately creating a level of dependency in others, a strategy that sparks substantial ethical quandaries. Critics vehemently argue that nurturing such dependency is a direct assault on individual autonomy, a nefarious tactic that exploits inherent vulnerabilities for personal gain, thereby crossing ethical boundaries. This law, when viewed from a critical lens, can be perceived as manipulative. It employs well-calculated strategies that paradoxically limit an individual's freedom of thought, expression, and decision-making capacity. Such strategies ultimately culminate in an imbalanced equation of power, where one party unfairly maintains an upper hand, exerting a disproportionate influence over the other. The psychological implications of such a dependency model can be far-reaching and detrimental, affecting both parties engaged in this power dynamic. For the dependent individual, the outcome can be distressing. It can result in dwindling self-esteem, the development of learned helplessness behavior, and a curbed growth trajectory that impedes personal development. On the other hand, the person responsible for creating this dependency might experience a bloated sense of self-importance, a growing sense of entitlement, and an utter disregard for the well-being of the dependent. Such a mindset can potentially foster traits typically associated with narcissism or sociopathy, which are not just harmful, but toxic. The psychological impact of creating dependency can have harmful effects on both parties involved. For the dependent individual, it can lead to decreased self-esteem, learned helplessness, and a lack of personal growth. For the person enforcing the dependency, it can lead to a sense of superiority, entitlement, and a disregard for the welfare of others, potentially fostering narcissistic or sociopathic tendencies. On a larger scale, the application of this law can contribute to unhealthy societal dynamics. This could be seen in various aspects of society, particularly in settings where power and authority are at play. Across organizations worldwide, and even in the realm of politics, the implications of this law are expansive and far-reaching. You see it in the way people interact, in the way hierarchies are built and maintained, and the way control is distributed and exercised. It all starts subtly with fostering dependency, a slow but deliberate process that has lasting effects. Dependency in this context is not about support or assistance, but rather a condition that impedes autonomy, creating an imbalance of power. It is a situation where one party holds a significant advantage, often leveraging it to maintain power, control, and create loyalty. Such a scenario often leads to corrosive power dynamics. This is where the individuals or groups who are dependent become prey to manipulation, exploitation, and possible disenfranchisement. The power holders, on the other hand, continue to consolidate their control, creating a cycle that is hard to break free from. These dynamics, as they play out, can undermine the health and functioning of the entire system. From the smallest units such as teams and departments to the largest structures like corporations and governments, the effects can be tremendous. They can result in reduced productivity, low morale, stifled innovation, and even systemic failures. Consequently, it's essential to understand this law, its application, and its potential effects on society. In conclusion, Law #11 of the 48 Laws of Power is a double-edged sword. This law, like many other principles in this influential book, provides a deep and profound look into the intricate dynamics of power and control. It presents a unique perspective, showcasing how power, a seemingly abstract concept, can systematically gained and retained. This is done through strategic actions, calculated decisions, and a keen understanding of human psychology. Yet, this law is not an uncomplicated guide to success. It comes with a stark warning: the potential for abuse and manipulation. This potential arises the pursuit of power becomes overly self-serving, disregarding the impact of one's actions on others. It's a cautionary note about the inherent danger of unchecked ambition and ruthless pragmatism. Moreover, this law highlights the ethical implications of power dynamics. It underscores the responsibility that comes with holding and exercising power. It alerts us to the fact that power, when used without consideration for the welfare of others, can lead to devastating outcomes. These outcomes not only affect individuals, but can also have a ripple effect, causing harm to society at large. This law, therefore, stands as a stark reminder of dual nature of power. It shows that power can be a tool for progress and prosperity, or it can be a weapon causing destruction and despair. By creating a dependency, you also create a need. This need can motivate individuals to learn, grow, and develop new skills in order to become less dependent over time. In conclusion, while Law #11 of the 48 Laws of Power can be viewed negatively due to its potential for manipulation and control, it can also be seen in a positive light when the focus is on building value, fostering interdependence, empowering others, enhancing stability, and encouraging growth and development. The key is in the intention behind creating dependency and the manner in which it is managed, ensuring it is used for constructive and ethical purposes. Until we meet next time, stay curious and inspired and take good care.